Important NEET points. On human health and disease. So, what is the term health? Health is defined as the state of complete physical, mental, and social well being. Not merely absence of disease. The chemical test for diagnosis of typhoid is Vidal test, and for the diagnosis of HIV, for early diagnosis of HIV, ELISA, or for confirmation it is Western blot. So the diseases, I'll note down and tell me whether it is infectious or non-infectious. Cancer, influenza, allergy, smallpox. So influenza and smallpox are infectious. It will transfer person to person. Cancer and allergy is non-infectious. So can you find out the symptoms for pneumonia? Difficulty in respiration, chills, cough, headache. Okay. Assume that when a healthy person is diagnosed as an unhealthy by a psychiatrist, then what is the reason? So he shows behavioral and social maladjustments. The substance which is produced by the virus infected cells to protect the non-virus infected cells, that is interferons, and these are made up of proteins. So remember, this is very important point from the NEET basis. What are the antibodies which will be produced in the colostrum from the mother milk, so that protects the baby from infections? IgA. Remember this IgA, and this is a kind of natural passive immunity. Natural passive immunity. So coming to the lymphoid bodies. Thymus, spleen, tonsils. Next, T cells are third line of defense. T cells are third line of defense. T cells are the third line of defense. And next, intracellular bacteria, virus, and cancer. These are actually protected by cell mediated immunity. Which is T lymphocytes. Histamine, bradykinin, and serotonin is produced by basophils. So let me write some of the match the following. Anti-tetanus serum, vaccination, graft rejection, protects against extracellular bacteria. So let's see what type of immunity is this. So this is artificially acquired passive immunity. Artificially acquired passive immunity. Vaccination. Artificially acquired active immunity. Graft rejection. Cell mediated immunity. Humoral immunity. Or you can also write like antibody mediated immunity. So there are immunological disorders. The list of immunological disorders are AIDS, acquired immunodeficiency syndrome, SCIDS, autoimmunity, severe combined immunodeficiency syndrome, SCIDS. These are all the immunity related disorders. So next, malaise, cirrhosis, hepatitis, anorexia. So let's Remember, what are these words? General feeling of discomfort. Cirrhosis. Fibrosis of liver. Liver fibrosis. Inflammation of liver. Anorexia. Loss of appetite. Gamma interferons are produced by T lymphocytes. So, an example of secondary lymphoid tissue is malt, mucosal associated lymphoid tissue. This is secondary lymphoid tissue. Antibodies are produced by B lymphocytes and plasma cells. Antigens presenting cells are dendritic cells, activated macrophages, and B cells. Next, difference between malignant and benign tumors. Malignant show metastasis. Benign will be showing outer fibrous capsule. Carcinoma, when we have to call it as carcinoma, is when it is a malignant of epithelial cells. Next, elephantiasis. This is caused by Eukarya bancrofti, infected by Aedes mosquito. Sorry, it is caused by Culex mosquito, female Culex mosquito. Elephantiasis, it is caused by Eukarya bancrofti, which is a nematode, and it is caused by Culex mosquito. And next, malaria. This is caused by Plasmodium, and this is caused by Anopheles mosquito. This is caused by Culex mosquito. Eukarya. Next, typhoid. Typhoid is caused by Salmonella typhi, which is bacteria. And this is caused by contaminated air water, and food. Pneumonia. This is caused by Haemophilus influenza and Streptococcus pneumoniae. This is droplet infection. We call it as droplet infection. So where the sporozoites of malaria, where we look for? We look for saliva of infected mosquito. Infected Anopheles mosquito. So let's know about the barriers. Saliva. Physiological barrier. Saliva, tears are physiological barrier. Mucus coating. Of epithelium and urogenital tract. So these are physical barriers. Polymorphonuclear cells of leukocytes and monocytes. Cellular barrier. Anti-tetanus and snake bite injections. Anti-tetanus and snake bite infections are passive, artificial, acquired immunity. So let's see the disease, whether it is viral or bacterial. Typhoid, bacterial. Tuberculosis, bacterial. Ringworm, fungal. AIDS, viral. Common cold, viral. Dysentery, bacterial. What are the reasons for transmission of HIV? Blood transfusion, sexual contact, sharing needles, okay, mother to child, so copulation of filarial worm takes place in lymphatic system of man. So let's see the erythrocytic schizogony stages. Signet ring stage. Next, amoeboid stage. Next, schizont. Erythrocytic merozoites. So the incubation period of Plasmodium vivax. Incubation period. Ten to 14 days. Delhi boils is caused by Leishmania tropica. Asymptomatic cyst passes with reference to parasites such as Entamoeba histolytica R. So the asymptomatic cyst of Entamoeba histolytica R. Carriers. So coming to the list of opiates. Morphine, codeine, heroin. So the diacetyl morphine we call it as heroin. Pethidine, methadone. So ergot preparation. Ergot is a fungus. So nothing but LSD. Next, microfilariae. Shows nocturnal periodicity. So that the blood test was between 10 p.m. to 4 p.m. 4 a.m. 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. The Plasmodium is cytozoic parasite. Because it is present in plasma of blood of man. Because it is present in blood plasma. Next, ringworm infections are generally seen in groin, between toes, and skin folds. So where more heat and moisture. So that is very helpful for fungi to grow because it's a fungal infection. So these are the important points regarding NEET for human health and disease. Thank you.